Rahul Bat, if you're then in whoever's in the house. That's it. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the house later. Barigani. Zuri. I'll say that for myself. Okay, basically my name is Ssali. I'm Professor Ssali's son. I have been continuing on Professor Ssali's work in terms of creating a new way for us to actually look at how we can heal ourselves. And as you saw the title, is that we're going to be using antioxidants, herbs, vitamins and minerals. Now today, before we go any further, I just want to say thank you first of all to the organizers, because without them, just give them a round of applause, because we don't know thank you so much, and also for all those who contributed to make this day happen. One of the things we're noticing today, as always, is that we have to also give thanks to our beloved ancestors, because without them, we would not be who we are today. And collectively, every day, we awaken to a new day because of the legacies that they've left us as a people. And what we're finding today, my journey, originally I was an electronic engineer, but what I found is, as I went on to actually look into this area, spent 8 years working with my father, and I built up a passion within me about nutrition. But what I found is that a lot of what we are doing today is that we are sometimes resigned to actually what we have been diagnosed with. Sometimes people say, oh, the doctor said to me I've got 6 months to live. Sometimes the doctor say, you know what, you're failing to respond to treatment. Another doctor may be saying to you, you know what, I can't see anything wrong with you, but you feel something's not quite right. So one thing we've got to remember is that our bodies are constantly speaking to us. And what we've decided today is look at the fact that the Creator has given us a natural healing power within ourselves. Every one of us has the capacity to heal itself. The body is made of intelligence. And you find that every day there is well-being inside of us. Every aspect of our being is part of what we call the totality of this healing power that is constantly revolving within us. I put their health, wellness, vitality, equilibrium, because our body is always seeking equilibrium. When Professor Ssali looked at healing, one of the first things he thought about is how can he actually create something that was able to repair the body. And he looked at the immune system. He first started looking at how in the nature, monkeys pick certain herbs to heal themselves. They don't just go and eat anything. So does all kinds of grazing animals. And he realized that there's a certain pattern, that monkeys are going to the age of 80 without any arthritis, no diabetes, no high blood pressure, no cancer, and they're still getting stronger. So he actually looked into a space of actually looking at the fasting. I think this is a bit of, he also looked at one thing, is that whenever we are at any point in time, we've also got to remember is that our ancestors have told us one thing: know thyself. And what is the most important thing in any situation is to find out who we are. It comes with a very fast goal, is that everything is connected. Okay? Everything is part of this boundless energy of creation that we are all part of. Everything is interconnected. Why am I starting here? Because if we're going to heal anything in terms of healing and well-being, it has to be brought back to the self. Your body has an innate healing capacity. And when we realize one thing is that, first of all, there are no victims or villains, there's no accidents or coincidences, but at the same time, your body is in constant transformation. I just want to speak some of it, because this is some. From the very first point of time, we are constantly focusing on one thing: how do we actually feed ourselves? Professor Ssali wrote something called the unified field theory of nutritional causation or nutritional disease predisposition, meaning that every disease we have actually started from what? A lack of certain vital nutrients. Okay? And he said that breastfeeding was one of the most important things. That, in fact, the immunity that we have today came from what? When we were first breastfed. It's the rich milk that was actually studied from our mothers. And the first thing we also realize is that our immune system is the front line. Every time we are breathing, moving through, we're producing something called free radicals. Okay? And these are byproducts of cell metabolism. And we are inhaling all kinds of toxins. Today, what we're also finding is that your thymus gland is where your T cells are maturing to actually protect the rest of the body. Now, today what we're finding is that there are a lot of things that are compromising our immune system. And a lot of these things are actually, what I put over there, is that you find that, for example, we have auto-detoxification, where people are reabsorbing waste in their colon. Today, colon cancer is the #1 killer among our people. Okay? You're also finding that we have gone into a point where our ancestors used to do cleansing. They used to do what they call deworming, or they call it a washout. But today you ask the person, when's the last time you did a washout? I've never heard of a washout. You know, it's not fashionable anymore. And we keep deworming the cat, deworming the dog, and we forget to deworm ourselves. Then the next thing is that you also find at the same time, we are also suffering from a point where we have been given a lot of what we call silver fillings. We get them free from the debt from the NHS, but when we are getting these free fillings, they've got mercury inside of them. And the mercury is not only going into your system, it is also causing a situation where you are now self-poisoning yourself slowly, because every time you're grinding on the mercury, you're swallowing small particles of what? Of that mercury. This is also compromising your immune system. We know about the junk foods. You put aspartame in there, fizzy drinks, all these things that compromise the immune system. Around every corner we see what? A fast food joint. What is that doing to our children? It means they're taking in a lot of fizzy drinks, a lot of chicken and chips for £1, and all this stuff is what? Destroying our lives gently, but also predisposing us to obesity. Because what they have is something called MSG. MSG actually triples the amount of insulin that your pancreas creates. So what does that mean? It means that you will eat more of the food in McDonald's and KFC and Burger King, because in there they've got MSG. Now I put cell phones there, but cell phones are also very important because they also can compromise your immune system in one way or the other. Because what happens is, what I've realized, as well as that our systems are constantly, this is constantly giving out radiation. If you don't have something like this attached to your phone, it means your phone can easily bring cancer to you very slowly. Now what is this? It's a little device that detects the radiation of our bodies. Now somebody may say, you know what, I'm on the phone a lot of times, and after a while I get a headache. I don't know why I'm getting a headache after being on the phone for a long time. Because this phone is like a microwave. It cooks your brain. So if you can see what a microwave does to something inside the microwave, which you know already changes the nature of our foods, we can also see that what a cell phone is doing to us when they hold it to our ear for hours and then talking to our friends. We also see that sometimes the immune system is also compromised by not enough relaxation, poor breathing patterns. People are not getting enough sleep. People are thinking about the next day while they sleep. You know, so this is also happening around also where we're finding that emotional beliefs also are compromising our immune systems. So what we looked into, when Dr. Ssali was looking into this area, he also had to find out why is it that other animals which produce vitamin C from their natural body processes, we've lost the ability to produce vitamin C. When we used to have a gene that produced an enzyme called gulano-galactoperoxidase. This particular gene enable us to convert glucose into vitamin C. And just like the guinea pig, we've lost that. So that means that we need to be taking a lot of vitamin C in to repair and nourish our bodies. But today, you find that when you ask somebody, do you eat any vegetables today? Oh, no. The children don't like vegetables. They don't want to stay anywhere near. So we've got to encourage them from a very young age to make sure we actually taking in a lot of fruits and vegetables, because inside these fruits and vegetables are what we're going to find the healing power that is going to regenerate our body. Today, we have been given antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, antidepressants. All these anti-things are anti. What are they doing to your system? They're anti-life. But that's okay. If you take a lot of antibiotics, you find that a lot of the gut bacteria is going to be destroyed. Over just 3 weeks of taking antibiotics, what is the gut bacteria useful for? It helps us to digest your food. Okay? If you don't have any of what I call these lactobacillus bacteria inside of you, that means you could be eating the very best of foods, but you're not actually digesting them. Okay? So always remember they're promoting probiotics, but we've got to think about one thing. How do we actually help our bodies to heal? Now, zinc is so important in the immune system. If you're having low levels of zinc, now the antioxidants are the key healing component of the whole body. Your body is producing free radicals as a result of just normal metabolism. Every time we are breathing, going about, and we're made up of over 50 trillion cells. You have 12 centers of melanin in your brain. You have melanocytes all over your body. You have melanin in your ear. So all that melanin is needing nutrients. You need more nutrients than our counterparts who are of lesser melanin. So what we need to remember is that anytime you have low levels of nutrients, you are affecting your melanin function. So Chlorella and barley are what you find as a trace, and then you find germanium. Now, what is also happening is chlorella is also very good for doing what we call heavy metal detox. If you're taking a lot of mercury, if you got aluminium pans that you're cooking from, aluminium is a slow poison. If you every morning, if you wake up and you're having antiperspirants in your armpit, you're stopping your body from perspiring. Your body was meant to perspire, okay? And every time you're blocking your pores, you're actually creating a situation where this is disrupting yourself. So, a lot of these things, like aloe vera, astragalus, they're very good for the immune system. Like I said, all these nutrients are very important because they all, especially the ones at the bottom, the liver, that help the liver, they're very important for what? Helping your liver to detox. What is happening today, a lot of the diseases are because the liver is not able to draw out the toxins from our system. So what Dr. Ssali looked at, he put things like dandelion, you find milk thistle, these are all to help to aid, clean the blood, and also clean the liver, and also help to detoxify the body. What we're seeing today is that because the body is lacking certain vital nutrients, some of the things we see there are some of the most powerful nutrients we have today in the natural world. And you might say, well, I eat very well, I'm not doing it, I don't need any of this stuff. But you'll find that what we've seen today is a rise in diabetes. By the time anybody is 50 years old, 60 years old, they either got arthritis, either got cancer, either got, even our young children as young as 7 are now on insulin. So what does it say about us today? You're getting young girls having what they call cancer of the breast at a very young age. Why is that? So these are questions we're going to ask ourselves and also be aware of. This is the theory I was talking about. Every one of us is made up of a cell like that. Every one of us. And this cell is constantly producing heat energy. It needs all those nutrients that are put there called antioxidants. They're the ones that your body, the chromium, is necessary for your pancreas. If you're lacking chromium, over a period of time, you'll find that your pancreas cannot produce insulin properly because chromium is necessary for producing insulin. And there's certain cells in the pancreas called the islets of Langerhans that are very essential for insulin production. Zinc, we said, if you low levels of zinc, it's going to affect your immune system, it's going to affect sperm formation, it's also going to affect all other areas of the body. Magnesium, if you're lacking magnesium, magnesium is going to improve the way insulin moves blood sugar out of your cell, into your cell. So if you're having insulin resistance and you're having low levels of magnesium, you find that you'll find that your blood sugar control will be affected as well. Selenium. Selenium is a key nutrient. If you're having low levels of selenium, you're finding that it's going to affect your heart function. There was a case in Senegal where they found that in certain areas in Senegal they had virtually no heart disease. And they were asking, why is this the case? Researchers went over there and they said to them, they found that their soil had rich levels of selenium compared to the rest of the world. And there was virtually no levels of heart disease. And that goes to the power of selenium. Coenzyme Q10, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B complex, all these are vitamins and nutrients and antioxidants that you find, again, that your body needs. Your body is producing this hydrogen peroxide, nitric oxide, carbon dioxide. You breathe this out, this breaks down into water, and this singlet oxygen is what causes most of the damage. Next one, please. Now, powerful antioxidants are the way forward, and because of time, we just have to go to the next phase. Sorry about this. The key thing is detoxification. We need water. Water is the key way of helping us to heal the body, nourish the body. Even if you get nothing else, and just take enough water through the day, at least 1.5 liters of water, you will get rid of a lot of conditions and naturally keep your body in a space where it can heal itself. Cancer is now on the rise. Cancer of the breast, cancer of the uterus, cancer of the prostate, cancer of the ovary. All these are cancers that are coming because of what? Of lack of antioxidants in the body and lack of herbs that heal the body. Next one. Talk about antioxidants. Next one. Next one. Sorry about this. Just aging. Now, rapid aging is occurring right now as a result of the fact that we are eating, having poor nutrition, at the same time we have hidden sugar hidden all over our foods. Okay? You eat something, it's got white sugar. White sugar causes diabetes. White sugar, white flour, white rice, all these things are being positioned not by accident. They may help those people who have less melanin. For you, you need brown rice, you need whole grains, you need whole wheat, you need everything whole. You don't need what they call these other things that are being promoted. And this is where we find that excessive sugar is causing damage to the proteins of our body. Next one, please. Okay, I mean, one good thing I put there is attitude is the key to wellness. Be happy and be positive, okay? Do as much as you drink plenty of water, water lubricates the system, whole grains, nuts and seeds, legumes, very important. Fiber is so important for the body. Exercise is also very important. These are some of the herbs that you find stimulate the body. When the body is under stress, the reason why the body feels stressful is because the body is actually lacking certain key nutrients. And you find that just by utilizing a lot of these things, you can actually reduce stress in your system. Now, all these things are important. Cysteine, glutamine, these are all antioxidants that are very, very powerful in the body. Your body actually makes glutathione, okay? But taking vitamin C and cysteine is also important in the production of what? Glutathione. It's very powerful and important. Flavonoids, you've heard of healing compounds within cinnamon. Within all these things like cumin, all the spices actually heal. There's no spice from bay leaves to thyme to rosemary. They're all going to spend it. Our ancestors put them together in our foods for a certain purpose. Okay? They're not just there by accident. Green tea, you see all the Asian people drinking green tea after their meal.